I offer my obeisances time and again unto my spiritual master, unto Shri Gaurachandra, Srimati Radhika, her associates and her holy abode Shri Vrindavan, and unto Shri Krishna, his devotees, and the devotees of his devotees. May they bless us to understand the subject matter in the most profound way. We are back with number 9, part number 9 of the Light Casts No Shadow series. And we have been talking about atheistic monism last time, so this time let us talk about the transition from atheistic to theistic monism. In the symbolism of light and shadows, the atheistic monism said light is the absence of shadows, which doesn't sound so wrong. And also it says, when one overcomes all shadows, one is in the light. So, reality here again is defined as a negation of relativity. And in that sense, it is directly a negative philosophy. And if one assumes that if one was to negate duality, one would have overcome it and be enlightened. That is the assumption. Because reality is only an abstract unity of energy in this view, one assumes that the Absolute or God doesn't have a will or a measure of good and evil. That's why most of the atheistic monists feel called upon them to set the measures of good and evil themselves. And they do that by their own criteria. One other saying is, if we eradicate, destroy, subdue, conquer everything which is in the way of peace, then we will achieve peace. And that is what we see in world politics today, mostly in a covered form, but that is what they are actually saying. So, similarly, if we defeat all sickness, then humankind will be healthy. And if there are not too many people anymore, then we will also have solved the problem of hunger due to overpopulation. But something, if we really look at it closely, cannot be completely correct in this paradigm. Light is not just the absence of shadows. It's not possible to extinguish shadows out of one's own power and to get into the light from there. One may negate duality and seemingly transcend it, but that's always just a mental, intellectual construct, an imagined illumination. In the Indian philosophy, that is called Mayavad, the worldview which says that relativity is delusion or Maya. Symbolically speaking, if one is in darkness, one doesn't have a direct experience of the light, and thus also does not know what light in truth is. Therefore, one defines light by terms of darkness, and that can only lead to half-truths at best, because light in itself is its own reality, independent of darkness, and that is the word-for-word meaning of absolute, meaning unbound and independent. So, reality is the unity beyond duality. This unity, however, is not just a neutral energy, and also not an abstract absence of duality, but as the light, its own absolute reality. The spiritual unity is undivided and therefore eternal. Means it is not cut into a linear flow from past to future. It is also unbound by space. It is timeless, eternal, present. The undivided is a concrete reality, and we have even a perfect word for it, and that is, beyond duality is individuality. Let that sink in for a moment. Individuality. Real individuality, not imagined individuality. So, this individuality denotes the quality of being an individual. We are individuals, undivided and undivisible, eternal spiritual beings. In Greek, individual is called Atomos, and in Sanskrit, Atma. And that which is holding together matter from the inside is the Atomos, the individual, and the presence of true spirit. It is well known that spirit influences matter, mind over matter. Consciousness is not a product of the brain. Rather, the individual uses the brain and the body when it is accepting a relation with the physical body. When materialism says life would have emerged from matter and would dissolve with death of the body, it is also saying you are not an individual, which of course many people believe nowadays, and we see the consequences of that as well. And also this kind of materialism is excluding the animals from individuality. And man in that worldview is also just an animal, like a lost runner of evolution, as Arthur Koestler said, and also no individual. So certain pragmatic people say one may kill men, humans, just like animals, if it is necessary in wars or to liberate certain popular people, etc., etc., for political motivations, so to say, or for reaching a noble goal. You can sacrifice this and that much humans. So thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you like it, click the like, and if you care, please share and join the discussion. May the Om Love be with you. Jai Radhe Shyam.